We're in one hell of a weird moment in mortgage rates. Let me explain. For 18 months, variable rates were hated, cursed. Everybody hated variable because the people who had variable when they were super low went through the roof, and either their payments went nuts, it was driving them insane, or they had no change in payment, but their mortgage was growing, or they had 75-year amortization, or some other version of hell with their mortgage rate. So variable rate mortgages were hated. They were hated for 18 months. Everybody who had them was mad. It was all in the news. And now today, people are liking them again. Let me explain. So it was so bad that the sale, sometimes we refer to that as origination in the mortgage business. The origination of new variable rate mortgages was under 2% of all mortgages. Like under 2% is like, wow, it's gone. 1% is meaningless. Well, in the last 6 weeks, it's gone from under 1%, like under 2%, to 13% in 6 weeks. What the hell's going on here? It's a relatively easy to understand answer. It's because Tiff Macklin, are you going to make fun of me again, you son of a bitch? No, I'm not making fun of you, Tiff. I'm just stating a fact, okay? You paused rates. You effectively let everybody know there's you said your usual story about I'm going to watch out. If there's more inflation, we're going to act swiftly. But that's all not really true. It's all BS. Looks like inflation's down, particularly after the last U.S. report on their inflation being down. And it looks like Canadian inflation is coming down. Therefore, eventually, the rates are going to come down. But mostly, no more raises, no more increases. So what does the public think? Public thinks, what do I do now? Okay, if I take a 1 year, pretty expensive, 6.7, 3 years, pretty expensive, 5.95, 6.1. 5 year ain't too bad. It's still high as hell. 5 years like 5.55, 5.30. That's the best. Like 5.30 is the best 5 year fixed you could possibly get. I'm talking fixed. 1 year fixed, 2 year fixed, 3 year fixed. They're all like 5s and 6s, and the variable is in 6s. The variable is like 6.2. Okay. So why would all of a sudden in the last 6 weeks people be taking variable? Because they're betting, they're making a wager that the Bank of Canada is going to reduce their rate starting soon. How soon? Who the hell knows? Probably summer. But now here's the extra added feature you should know. Some mortgage brokers and bank specialists are showing clients very, let's say, encouraging projections. Here's what I mean. If you say you're making a presentation to a client who's interested and got a mortgage renewal, or they're interested in buying a house, not too many of those, but still some, and you're saying, I think you should take variable and here's why. And you show a graph, the mortgage broker shows a graph, or the bank sales guy shows a graph. Here, it's going to start going down in April, and it's going to go down fast. It's going to go down so fast, by the end of 2024, it'll be down 2%. It's going to start in April, might start at 1 quarter off, then it's going to go another quarter, then it's going to get aggressive because the recession is going to come in hard, and the Bank of Canada is going to drop rates quickly, and by its, your rate, if it starts at 6.2, it's going to be 4.2 by December. Okay, well, that ain't a bad outcome, right? I mean, that's not bad. Okay, here's the thing. What if that never happens? The interesting part is these mortgage brokers and bank sales reps can find evidence. There's economists who say, yep, I believe it will be down 2%. They're out there. They exist. Okay. There's some who say it will start in April. It will happen much sooner than the summer. There are a few. So you've got some evidence. You've got some experts you can bring into your chart to show why people should take a variable. And folks, everybody wants a chance at better rates today. Everybody who's in the mortgage game, who's got to have a mortgage renewal done, or who's got to buy a house because, heck, they got divorced. They got to find a house. They all want to find the best rate option. And this story, because really it's just a story, none of us know for sure. It's not a fixed rate. It's not a guaranteed contract. So the story that by the end of 2024, your rate's going to be 4.2 is an attractive story. And some people are buying in. Is it the right thing to do? I don't know. I'm just telling you the trend. The trend is a 550% increase in the origination of variable mortgages in Canada in 6 weeks. That's a pretty strong trend. It could get much higher. Now, what should you look out for? We've talked about it before. Study bond yields. You can look up bond yields, 5-year, 3-year, see what's happening, because in reality, some of the fixed rates may come down faster than the variable rate. You could have a shot at a 4.3, 4.49, 4.59 rate in the summer. And that's a lot better than making a wager, because ultimately that's what it is, a wager on variable. So keep it in mind when you see those presentations that have it starting in April, question that. That may not happen.